Hello, and welcome back to another video. So today we're going to continue our insurance segment a little bit and start exploring life insurance. So just to recap a little bit, life insurance is insurance that will pay out in the instance of your death. And this can be a somewhat difficult topic to talk about since no one likes really thinking about what it's going to look like when they pass away. But there are some really important considerations, especially financially, that we need to look at. So one, if you have a family that relies on you for income, they're not going to have that income anymore. Also, when you pass away, they need to put you in the ground or in an urn, and quite frankly, that costs money as well. And also, when you pass away, it's not like your debts just suddenly disappear. So if you still have like student debts, credit card debts, or a house mortgage, those aren't going away either. So life insurance is meant to alleviate this burden from your family. So to provide them like the financial support that they need in this time so that they can properly mourn your passing. So there's a couple types of life insurance. So one type of life insurance you can get is term insurance, and that, as the name implies, will expire after a certain time period. So if you end up outliving this time period, you won't end up getting any money at all. But hey, you lived that long, so in my mind, that's a win-win scenario. One of the benefits of this type of insurance is that it's the cheapest. So going to save a few bucks. Another type of insurance is a permanent insurance. And also, as the name implies, this does not expire. So this is a guaranteed payout. And there's a few different types of permanent insurance. There's whole life, variable life, and universal life, but those go beyond the scope of this video. And one of the downsides is it's a lot more expensive to get insurance that is guaranteed to pay out, but also you're gonna be getting a few additional features in your life insurance, which might sound a little weird, but again, that kind of goes beyond the scope of this talk. But another negative to permanent life insurance is that it can be difficult to get out of the plan since it is meant to be a lifelong plan. You might end up losing all your contributed value if you end up deciding that permanent life insurance is for you. So if you choose to get permanent life insurance, you really gotta stick with it in order to like get the full payout. Some companies also offer a hybrid of the two, which will have some of the features of permanent life insurance, and then they just like sprinkle on a little bit of a term insurance on top. So when you look into getting insurance, you start talking to companies, they're gonna get some stuff figured out, then they're gonna send you paperwork called underwriting, which is essentially forms that you have to fill out, and they're gonna determine how much risk you present to the company to take you on as a customer for life insurance. So it's just going to be a survey of stuff you do in everyday life. It honestly might end up being a little invasive. They do ask those types of questions just to really dig in to see what kind of person you are. But with that being said, like if they don't ask you a specific question, you don't have to answer it. So if they're asking you if you have any plans to go skydiving or anything, yeah, you might want to go skydiving someday, but do you have plans? Probably not. So you should mark that you do not have plans. So be honest, but don't go into too much detail. So now that we've talked a little bit about insurance, Obviously, it's a really important mechanism in terms of financial stability for your family in the instance of your passing, because you need to take care of these people. But with that, there's some downsides to insurance. For one, it is sold to you by salespeople. That's just their job, and they make it. That's how they get their income, is by selling you life insurance. So to avoid getting marked up, you should really come to these conversations with an idea of how much life insurance you really need. So I would encourage you to go back to the beginning of the video and review the things I go over about what life insurance is meant to cover. See how much that is for you, and that is how much you should stick to, and try not to get upsold by the salespeople. So now I hope you have a better understanding of life insurance and how important it is, but there are some things you need to be aware about.